Hey everyone, it's Knowing Luxe. I am here today to talk about Chanel sneakers. I have a number of sneakers from all different kinds of brands, but I have found that in the designer world, I gotta say the Chanel ones are very, very comfortable. I know that it really just depends on the style. I don't really tend to go for a very athletic style when it comes to luxury brands, but I do find that the most sneakers-ish style one that I have are these new ones. I got these in the new season. I haven't even worn them yet. Well, maybe I wore them out once, but they're super comfortable. I am a 40.5 size, by the way, and I got these because the ones that I usually wear are about to be worn way too much. So they've already been worn to way too much. I take them on most of my city trips where you're walking like 15 to 20,000 steps a day. And these are the ones that are a couple years old. They're the ones that have the sh and then the nell, which I think is kind of cute. But the newest ones that they make in this style are apparently really hard to find. They're like the very Stan Smith style new tennis sneaker, I guess. They have no CCs, but they have the Chanel at the little tongue area here. I think that's what that's called, a shoe tongue. And then they're just a basic white sneaker, and then the back has the sh and the nell. So I bought these originally because I thought they were very low key. You know, you really don't know they're Chanel until you're looking like straight on or noticing the back. But I think that because I live in a very busy climate and a warm climate, and I wear a lot of florals and I wear a lot of prints because that's just what I like. I find that a more basic shoe serves me because I'll just get more use out of it. Like a black, a white, a plain, like even the ones that are like this, but they have the black and white. So this is black instead of white. I found that it's just gonna end up clashing if I wear something that's maybe all, off-white or khaki or something that's more in a warm tone, then the black doesn't go. Whereas this sneaker I can just pop on. It does have like a little CC at the front, which I think is just a little bit cute. It has Chanel written here. And I feel like this is just enough to go with kind of everything because I do wear sneakers with dresses and skirts very often, especially because it's a good transition piece because I live in a pretty warm climate, and so it's very easy to just do sneakers instead of like boots and heavy things in the winter months. And I think that what I love the most about these, and so remember, they don't get that much wear. I mean, I've had these for a few years now and wear them almost like every day. Not every day, but like as often as I want and as often as I can. I mean, they look new, and let me tell you why. Well, I do tend to wipe them down after a big trip, or like if I've worn them at some place where it's like grassy or muddy. So that helps, but then I do spray them with that Cadillac spray for stains and leather protection and water protection. And I think that helps keep the grossness off because then when you wipe them down, that top layer of dirt tends to come off. And I do keep them in a dust bag when I travel with them in my closet. If I can't push them all the way back on the shelf, then I'll keep them in a dust bag, but mostly I just push them back and they don't get any dust on them or anything. And I'm pretty careful about just not beating them up, not throwing them with a bunch of other shoes. Like near our front door, we often have 5 or 6 pairs of shoes each in front of our house because we're just rotating through our shoes. And so I don't just pile them on. I'm very careful about that, but I think that really helps. And I think that one of the other things about this is that, so this one in particular, the one that now they make it with the full Chanel written all around the back for both shoes, it's heavy. It's all leather. And so it tends to be a little bit on the heavy side. So if that matters to you, it doesn't bother me at all. I also think that the leather stretches a bit, so that makes it cozier over time. But if the weight of the sneaker matters, keep that into consideration. Take that into consideration. But I think for the most part, it's just the most versatile shoe. These ones are only leather and nylon. So, I was debating between these or the ones but these were the only ones that they had that were all white. And I really wanted a more subtle shoe. And so I chose this. It's nylon here and then suede here, which I think is great because it makes for a lighter shoe. It's taken me a lot to get into these shoes that are kind of what I think like a trainer for the gym, but to wear them as fashion. So I know that that style's not going anywhere. Maybe it's starting to shift a little bit. I mean, I was never going to be about the arch lights at LV or any of the like new Dior ones that look like this, but for some reason the Chanel ones are not as athletic-y, if that makes sense, if that's even a word. And so I felt like this was just a better option for me. But they just look really, really great. I kind of like when they look a little bit worn in, but I got this other pair just because I know how much I wore the first pair. I would have gotten another exact same ones if they had them with just the white, because they only had them in the pink and the blue with the outline of the word. So I'll show you, like, now that they have Chanel written all across, I do prefer that. This is the first generation of them, but now they only make them, or at least they only can find them for me in my size, in the blue and the pink, no matter. And you know, this is the problem I have with shopping. I'm late to the game always. Like by the time I either see it or by the time I want to pull a trigger on it, like I'm not on top of shopping for designer goods like all the time. You'd be surprised because I love this stuff, but I'm not thinking about it enough and often enough to be like the first ones at the store or to like look at the runway show, which I often do, and then message my sales associate. Like I just don't get around to that. Like it's not something that I set out to do. And so then I really miss opportunities and only end up getting what I can get whenever it's available, or like if it happens to be available when I'm in the store. And to be honest with you, for me, that's a more fun shopping experience because I have, like, who am I proving to that I got the newest Chanel shoes? Absolutely no one. So for me, it's a lot better to just have the experience of going into a store and chatting it up and trying on different ones and seeing what they have in stock, because I might find, I might go to my local store if I'm in the mood to shop, but more than likely I'm traveling somewhere or I am going with friends, and it's more about the experience of being able to go into a store and enjoy the shopping than it is about the actual thing. Now, the thing matters a lot, but I think for me, the shopping experience is what makes having things the most fun. That's why I really like vintage shops as well. So let me know what you think about these shoes. Do you have these shoes? Do you like them? Would you maybe tell me how you would style some of the more colorful ones? Because the other shoes that I have from Dior, Off-White, Coach makes a really great sneaker. Coach ones are blue because I thought I could like experiment more with color, and I do wear them because I wear a lot of blue. But the other ones are sneakers in whites or blacks and whites, or this, you know, black and white together, like the classic Dior ones. And so, you know, I just have a problem with like styling it. I think it's a little too forced. It's not my personal style to be like, oh, look, my pink dress matches my pink sneakers. Like it just, it's not me. So I just like a more classic look, especially if I'm gonna wear a bold print or color. I like that to be the showcase rather than everything being the pop, you know? So that's my take on it. I do recommend these sneakers highly, especially if you want to splurge on a quality sneaker and you're not sure. I think I call them Stan Smiths because Adidas and the tennis sneaker is really what this is. I think these, if you invest in anything that looks like this style, you'll be safe. You will not regret it. You'll be able to wear it forever. I mean, I feel like I have had sneakers this style for at least 7-8 years. Like this style of sneaker kind of making its way into even like formal looks has been around. So you're safe with it. Now the other one, I think that one is going to fade. I think that look for dresses and stuff like that, I don't think people are going to be doing that for too much longer, but I'm not a trendsetter, so I don't know. But I do think that this one is soft enough that, by soft, I mean not too much like a dad sneaker, that I can get away with it for a little bit longer. So I am so excited. These ones are way more comfortable, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Besides spraying them, I don't need to like coat the bottom or anything. These are rubber. They don't have like crazy traction, but I mean, in the cities where I wear them, they're wonderful. So I usually wear this for just around town, like a look, Or I will take these on a trip where it's a city and you want to look a little more polished. This really does the trick. So that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what other videos you want to see. Thank you.